tight.
Hello, this is Cybernet, and I'm Steve Truitt. Today we'll play football with Mario, slam into Super Shrek, battle against a menacing mech, and take revenge with 50 Cent. It's the all-powerful Cybernet. We begin the show with the return of Nintendo's most popular video game characters. After conquering the tennis court, racetrack, and baseball diamond, Mario and pals are ready to hit the pitch. So grab your soccer ball and find a goalie, because it's time for Mario Smash Football, only on the GameCube. These deviations from Mario's platforming roots, this game follows a familiar theme. All the Donkey Kong, the princess, and of course, Wario and Luigi. As you complete challenges and levels, you'll unlock new characters and arenas. And just like previous Nintendo sports titles, the graphics are bright and cheerful, while everything is extremely... You begin by choosing a main character. This could be anyone from Mario to Yoshi or Waluigi. Then you select a secondary character to help fill out the 3 empty spots on your team, such as Birdo or the Hammer Brothers. This is where the game hits a big roadblock, since you're unable to team using the 2 Mario Brothers. However, despite this minor oversight, the action is intense, and the surreal nature of this series remains intact. And like the tennis and baseball editions, this one has power-ups, allowing you to perform super strike kicks, which count as 2 goals. In keeping with the wacky nature of this series, there are plenty of ways to use and avoided. Under certain conditions, Bowser or a huge chain chomp will fall from the sky, causing havoc. Likewise, you can toss a bob-omb, turtle shell, or other items at an opponent to slow them down. And when you do score a goal, a fun cutscene appears with great replays of the kick. For those who've really mastered the controls, a perfect execution of a super strike will trigger a longer animation of your hard-hitting kick. Since this is a GameCube title, you won't have to worry about any online goaltending, which tends to overly simplify the gameplay. Experts may even find themselves bored by the predictable computer opponents. Thankfully, this game shines when you grab some friends for some frantic multiplayer action. Simply put, Mario Smash Football is a great addition to the franchise. Perhaps Nintendo's next sports offering will take place on the gridiron? Having trouble avoiding the White Queen on your adventures through the Chronicles of Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe on the GameCube? Well, we've got a cheat that'll give you the edge. At the level select screen, hold the left trigger down and hit up, up, right, right, up, right, and down. We've just unlocked every level in the game. That's right, you have free reign to go wherever you wish in the mystical land of Narnia. So grab your siblings and beat up some ogres and pigmen. Good luck. Our next title sees the return of everyone's favorite Jolly Green Ogre, this time fighting in one massive brawl. Shrek and company are back in Shrek Super Slam, crushing onto the GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. In this action brawler, you play as the lovable characters from the Shrek franchise, from the mighty Shrek himself to the crafty Puss in Boots. Here you'll engage in head-to-head melee combat in fully destructible 3D environments and see who emerges as the greatest fighter in the land. In the story mode, you must fight your way through a series of predetermined battles, as well as 45 mega challenges, which add some variety. To get the action started, you move along a virtual game board, landing on various mini-games. These include keeping an object away from your opponent, mini races, and quick fights. Shrek fans will undoubtedly be impressed with this title's attention to detail. Each character's appearance and body movements are strikingly accurate to the animated films. But we were most impressed with the various environments. Throughout a brawl, each level will break and crumble to pieces, adding to the overall excitement. This title truly shines in the multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can battle at once, creating some fast-paced mayhem. While this mode is intense, it suffers at times due to sluggish controls. When you're deep into a fight, your character's quickness can be hindered by this poor mechanic. Overall, this title fully captures the style and spirit of the Shrek universe. While there are stronger brawlers on the market, such as Nintendo's Super Smash Bros., Shrek's Super Slam still manages to pack in loads of humor and action.
Can it, announcer guy, or I'll pound you into next week!
Okay, it's time for Cybernet's Top 10 PC Games chart. At number 10, defuse a massive hostage crisis with plenty of high-tech weaponry in the freaky first-person shooter, Fear. Coming in at 9, become a god and rule over the land using your powers for good or evil in Black and White 2. Draw your 6 shooters and ride into the non-stop action of the Wild Wild West in Gun, taking aim at number 8. Join an army of soldiers fighting against the evil Strogg at number 7 with the gun-blazing action of Quake 4. At 6, build an entire society from the ground up in this newest installment of the popular strategy series Civilization 4. Battle deadly enemies and your own inner demons in Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, swinging in at number 5. Take a night out and go dancing, or strike up a romance at the bowling alley in The Sims 2 Nightlife, in at number 4. Fight across North Africa, Russia, and Europe to defeat the Axis forces in Call of Duty 2, battling its way to number 3. At number 2, build your own Hollywood studio and create a box office smash or science fiction flop in the movies. But it's the epic battles and massive warfare that make Age of Empires 3 our number 1 PC game of the week. Ever wish you could go back in time and conquer that arcade game you spent all your money on? Well, now's your chance to go retro gaming with Capcom Classics Collection for the Xbox and PlayStation 2. In this arcade collection, there are 22 classic Capcom games at your fingertips. From the simplistic gameplay of Sun to overhead shoot-'em-ups like X's, there's something here for everyone. Also included are the influential shooters 1942 and the sequels 1943 and 1943 Kai. There's no shortage of action here. You can take to the battlefield in Commando or to the next level with Bionic Commando. Unfortunately, Capcom has included the less-than-stellar arcade version of this game instead of the better NES edition. Additionally, there's the amazing Ghouls and Ghosts series for some frightful fun. It's amazing how well these arcade hits still hold up over the years. While most of the games included are 20 years old, titles like Forgotten Worlds, Section Z, and Legendary Wings still retain their original charm. And let's not forget the gunslinging action of Gunsmoke, still heating things up in the Wild Wild West. A Aside from older side-scrolling fighters such as Trojan, the real standouts here are the Final Fight and the groundbreaking Street Fighter II series. It's available in its original incarnation as well as Hyper Fighting and Championship Edition. Capcom did an excellent job in porting these brawlers since they play identically to the legendary arcade versions. Elevating this collection above other compilations are the extras. From game histories to official artwork, there's plenty here to keep you entertained. Overall, Capcom Classics is a stellar anthology that will appeal to both old and newer gamers looking for a blast from the past. Coming up, survive a hellish battle, become a Steel Lancer, and find out if 50 Cent is bulletproof.
Movies, every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 on Rapture.
Looking for a low-cost holiday? Simply visit sunmaster.co.uk and choose from thousands of holidays from as little as £99. And we can put you in the sun sooner than you think. So visit www.sunmaster.co.uk. Sunmaster. We put you in the sun.
Could you be a TV presenter? Are you the next big thing but just don't know how to break into the industry? Be On TV is looking for people over the age of 18 for real presenting shifts for channels currently on TV. You could earn up to £400 a day and you don't need experience. We're holding auditions in London. Calls cost £1.50 a minute and last for approximately 5 minutes. So to register for your place, call now on 0906 507 9911. That's 0906 507 9911.
Week ahead on Rapture.
Monday.
Work up a sweat at 9 with Heat Personal Fitness, then cool down with Inside Hollywood at 9:30.
Tuesday.
Gadgets and gizmos galore at 7 on Innovate, followed by Matt and Kate on Gamers at 7:30 and Anime Action at 8:30.
Wednesday.
Bringing you the best movies and DVDs, That Film shows at 7 o'clock and catch Rapture's midweek movie at 9 p.m.
Thursday.
Top-rated anime series Wolf's Reign is at 8:30, then we expose the White Isle that is Ibiza at 9 p.m.
Friday.
3 hours of urban flavours kicks off the weekend from 3 o'clock. We then up the BPM with Dance Selector from 6, then join Steve Sutherland, Lucy Ambash, and artists including 50 Cent, Sean Paul and Shaggy on Groove TV at 9 o'clock.
Saturday.
We have Cinema, That Film Show, Innovate, Gamers, followed by a whole afternoon of extreme sport. And at 9 p.m, it's our big Saturday movie.
Sunday.
We bring you the Sunday Rewind. That Film Show, Gamers, Full Metal Alchemist, Wolf's Reign and Groove TV every Sunday.
We kick off our second half with a visit to a beautiful fairy tale land. When a deadly war breaks out, things are not what they seem, and you're the only one that can save the day. So grab your weapons and prepare for a massive onslaught in Raze's hell exploding onto the Xbox. this third-person shooter, you assume the role of Raze, a monstrous anti-hero. When the cute and cuddly race known as the Culets set out to exterminate your people, you search an ancient relic which will grant you immense powers. And it's your goal to destroy every Culet in sight and bring their regime to its knees. There are over 20 mission-based levels to complete. As you shoot, run, and roll your way through twisted alien environments, you'll engage in hostage rescues, secret convoys, and straight-ahead search and destroy objectives. Plus, you'll fight alongside other creatures supporting your cause.
Remember, guys, you're bringing these people freedom.
Since the Culets can ambush and defeat you fairly quickly, it's important to spend lots of time sniping these cute adversaries from afar. Mastering these long-range attacks is critical, since a blind run into enemy territory will surely result in an instant death. For closer combat, you can unleash machine guns and rocket launchers. If you manage to complete the main story mode, you'll unlock a few bonus mini-games. Our favorite is the golf game, in which you must shoot and punch the ball along a course. And if that's not enough, you can grab a friend and play a co-op split-screen adventure, as well as take the action online with Xbox Live. Overall, this title is a pretty unique experience, with a twisted story, engaging extras, and excellent visuals. But be warned, the gameplay is pretty difficult and will really test your patience. If you're up for the challenge, Raze's Hell is a worthy mission. Are you tired of avoiding the police at 90 miles an hour in dirty, drab-looking cars in L.A. Rush on the PS2? Well, get yourself over to the Cybernet garage and we'll help you out. During the game, enter the code UP, down, left, right, circle, square, R2, R1, up, down, left, and right again. We've just enhanced your car with all the accessories in the game. Now you'll no longer have to drive around in those lackluster bucket of bolts. When you ride with Cybernet, you do it in style. Have you ever wanted to control massive robots in pulse-pounding competition? Well, unfortunately, modern technology hasn't advanced quite that far yet, but thankfully, we now have S.L.A.I, or Steel Lancer Arena International, landing on your PlayStation 2. It's the year 2071, and the world's most popular sport is fighting in ruined cities with big mechs known as SVs. In the story mode, you create a profile and hop onto a virtual internet looking for opponents. If this looks at all familiar, it's because a similar game came out on the Xbox 4 years ago called Phantom Crash. There's plenty of action to be had here, albeit somewhat clunky. The mechs tend to slide around and slam into each other in a very sloppy way. Luckily, your bots pump out a huge number of bullets, so when you enter a shooting frenzy, you're always assured of hitting something. This is great for inexperienced players since the action is constant, so you can fight as much as you want before returning to the net and spending your winnings. Though this keeps you from getting bored, the lack of objectives doesn't exactly leave you with a feeling of accomplishment. Where this game shines is the depth of the SV customization. There are literally thousands of parts and weapons available. Meticulous gamers will definitely enjoy the level of originality you can achieve. As you continue to win, new arenas and equipment become available. Unfortunately, all these minute alterations don't seem to matter much, since they don't translate into the game being any easier to play. When put up against superior titles like Mech Assault and Zone of Enders, this one doesn't compare. Once you feel as though you've mastered the game, you can take your robot online and test your skills against other players. That's if you can find anyone else actually playing it. The two-player action is dull and the drab graphics are hard to follow in a split screen. S.L.A.I. is a noble effort in the realm of customization. However, with its shoddy graphics and terrible controls, it looks like we'll have to put our mech piloting dreams on hold. Our Game of the Week features Tony Hawk's extreme sports action on a skateboard. This time we're leaving the underground for the American Wasteland on the PC and all consoles. In the main story, you take on the role of a young skater from the Midwest who is thrust into the tough city life of gritty L.A. Continuing the tradition of open-ended environments, this edition lets you grind and jump through famous locations like Hollywood, East L.A., and glitzy Beverly Hills. Along with new environments, there's a slew of new moves, such as Burt slides and off-board wall flips. Also, you can customize your character's features from hair to clothes and even tattoos. Once you've got your character tricked out, it's time to shred across the city and join the ranks of skating legends. Los Angeles is split into levels, each with its own objectives to complete. In the story mode, you'll run into skating thugs who will make you complete moves to advance, such as nose grinds, ollies, and power slides. But if you ever get tired of skating through town, you can always hop on a bus to get to where you need to be fast. There's a huge number of options available, from Create a Mode to Classic Mode, where you can play through levels of previous games. Another cool new addition is the BMX bike, which lets you pull off amazing backflips and 180-degree spins. Plus, you can take your skills online and challenge players in a few multiplayer modes, like trick competitions and capture the flag. In many ways, this Tony Hawk sequel returns to its roots, focusing on its skateboarding strengths. But even with some of the more flashy aspects of the series scaled back, American Wasteland still maintains all the high-caliber extreme sports fun the franchise is famous for, making it our Game of the Week. We close out the show with a new game starring the notorious rap star 50 Cent. He's one of the top recording artists around, having sold millions of albums, and now you can step into his high-price high tops in Bulletproof on the Xbox and PlayStation 2.
What's mine's is mine's. What's yours is mine's. I run these streets. This whole city is mine.
As befitting 50 Cent's reputation, this third-person action title is loaded with violent and destructive behavior. Playing as the rap star, your goal is to wipe out a dangerous New York City crime family and gain revenge against those who've done you harm. To bring this project to life, the rapper gave his full cooperation, providing both his music and likeness. When 50 saw the final result, he was surprised at how realistic it looked.
The first time I saw myself in a video game was like they played the trailer for me. I was really excited about it because it looked so much like me that, you know, blew me away. And it like the graphics that they had in the trailer, it was like so much more like cutting edge than what I've seen before. Like, cause even I've seen other video games that had similar content, maybe like Grand Theft Auto or other different video games, and it's exciting, man. Like, I haven't seen a video game with like so much detail to it, you know. And they created something that I'm really proud of actually being a part of it.
This game is comprised of various missions that include raiding drug dealers and busting up a gangster's hideout. You won't go into these dangerous surroundings empty-handed, though. For much of the game, you'll be joined by your posse known as G-Unit. You'll also have all kinds of machine guns and pistols to eliminate the gangsters and thugs that get in your way. Superior firearms and healing pills can be purchased by collecting cash from your enemy. Bring enough pain to the bad guys, and eventually, you'll be able to buy nasty weapons like a rocket launcher. There are a few puzzles to solve and switches to throw, but basically your best bet is to shoot first and ask questions later. And once you've blasted your way through a few levels, you'll unlock a treasure trove of collectibles. These range from music videos to original exclusive music tracks.
Yeah.
While playing as the rap star is a novel experience, this game is littered with mechanical mishaps. The list includes terrible targeting, loose controls, and erratic camera system. And while the star of the show looks like his real-world counterpart, the landscapes are dull, and the level designs are mediocre at best. Bulletproof offers nothing new to the action genre, since everything here has been executed better in similar titles such as Dead to Rights and Max Payne. Fans of 50 Cent will likely enjoy playing as their rapping hero, but for others, this release represents nothing more than a repetitive and mindless gun battle that ultimately gives the video game industry a bad name. And that's all the time we have for now, game fans, but we promise to return soon with more sensational reviews and reports. Don't forget to keep in touch via email. So until next we meet again, here's more gritty war footage from Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, compliments of Cybernet.